Happy Sunday. Welcome, welcome. We are in the little park at the top of Fig and 7th. It's nothing like summer time in the city. It is pretty hot down here. Of course, Joe did not come with me. Hold on. I really don't know what that is, sorry. Something I tried and I never used. Sorry, I meant to do this. Boop. I didn't mean to do that either. Let's go with the black and white one. All right. I don't know why these are not showing up with a peekaboo background, transparent background, but whatever. Hey, Kasepi, happy Sunday. It is Mother's Day here. I'm just gonna keep putting up things. I'm joking. Sorry. There we go. Beautiful. Happy Mother's Day. Hopefully you got a chance to talk to your mother, hang out with your mother. Say I love you to your mother, all those good things. Think about your mother. So, I missed it, but I'm gonna check it out. I feel like on Kissippy, hey Cecilia, happy Sunday, happy Mother's Day. I feel like a mother today to my two dogs. You don't have to wish me a happy Mother's Day though. So it has been like in the 90s for the past couple days, and nothing feels more. It was a nice shot until I screwed it up with those overlays. I've been working on our snack taste test overlay, and so I think I might have messed something up. So it just looked like a little sticker. Anyway, I love downtown, especially when it's really hot. The city seems to be kind of slower, a little more empty. Bonjour, Ducky Cash, welcome. Don't stay up too late. We are 2:02. I got on a little early today to make up for all the other times that I had to start posting 15 minutes or an hour later. You know, it's live. I've got to get to my spot. I'm so excited for you to go to Chicago. It's a perfect time of year. It might even snow. I feel like I've been in Chicago in May and it snowed. Every time I've ever been to Chicago, it snowed. I've never obviously been in June, July, or August, but even in May. I always thought I'm gonna tie my shoe. I'm on the stairs where I'm not allowed to sit, so I have to put that down and tie my shoe. Somebody might run off with my camera. Which would suck. They did not. I'm back. Oh, I did see that. I did see that, Kasepi. For that print. That was pretty cool artwork. Hey, it is so hot today for May. It feels like summer. It feels like a cruel summer. And, you know, when I say cruel summer, I don't mean Taylor Swift. I'm actually talking about these chicks here, right? Because that's how I roll. Matted haired English women. I might say crazy things today because it's so hot. It is hotter than the last day we walked together, but also we're downtown, and downtown is always hot. Kasepi, I will absolutely check it out and re-comment. I have had a busy morning this morning. So straight ahead, we can keep walking. It's a little bit boring. I kind of want to head to the old part. Hey, West Coast, welcome, welcome. I also wanted to take a second to congratulate 1 monthers, 1 month members. Maybe I can make that smaller. What? There we go. I wish I could make it bigger. I'm really new at this. So, welcome, 1 month plus people. And now I can cross the street. That's going to be up there till I cross the street, because safety first. But I really thank you for your support. I'm going to get in the shade. I don't know that I know I put lotion on today. Lotion. Yeah. I put the lotion on my legs. I don't remember putting sunscreen on, and I've got not little shorts, but shorts on today. There we go. There's so many weird autocorrect things that it does. You know, it never lets me write in German. Well, that's because I have my Siri or whatever set to English, but every time I try to comment on one of your pages in German, first, my German is really rusty. So I get a little spooked. I try to write it first and then I check it in that order. So we're going to the fair this Thursday. This Wednesday, I'm going to put a post up of what we should do. We're going to go somewhere on one of the other train lines. We'll call it the Gold Line because that's what I like to call it. Sounds fun. But we're going to look for a stop on there, and I'll put up a post, and you guys can vote. I know that I'd really like to go to Long Beach. It's going to be in the 70s this week, so that might be kind of cool. But there are other couple stops on there that could be really interesting culturally. So I'm going to list 3 places. We'll eventually go to those 3 places, I'm sure. But one of them is definitely, I don't know, I feel like I've not spent time exploring Long Beach. So it could be a really messed up stream where I don't know where I'm going, I get lost. It's really crazy because well, I did see a response from you where you wrote nice, but you spelt it Noice, Kasepi. And I thought you were just saying it like a Californian. So I don't know if that was a mistake or on purpose, but that's how we say noise. Or maybe Australians too. Jesus. It might still be kind of cool to see like Long Beach. I mean, a lot of places are ghost towns now. I mean, the internet really effed everything up. I for sure am getting a soft serve ice cream today, or an ice cream if possible. It is that kind of day. I almost feel like the only appropriate flavor for this kind of day is vanilla. Perfect. You have a better command of California English than I have of German. Downtown. That's a almost a loaded question. It's not a loaded question. It depends on your perspective. So downtown has, I feel like, cleaned up. I don't live downtown. I live in Hollywood, but I also feel like Hollywood is cleaned up a little bit. The streets are pretty clean, but it has its moments. And I do think it's better than it was probably 10 years ago. I found a treasure trove of pictures I took on June 11th, 2015 from downtown, and I'm gonna post them into a short because they're pretty cool. It's amazing and weird how much everything has changed and stayed the same in the past 10 years. I would have posted it already, but every time I look for the pictures, I have so many pictures, it's so far down, but I finally have saved it so I could find it in CapCut. East LA is like Silver Lake. I wanted to go, so, we love flea markets and looking at old stuff. I hate to say it, but today was the Pasadena flea market. We are going to, it's once a month. We're going to go next month for sure, unless it's the week that we're out of town, but it's, I think, the second week of, look at this little Uber. It has your, Uber, Waymo, like I don't know, and I have not been in one. I never realized it put your name on the top. I don't think you can see all that. So East LA is kind of where we live. So Koreatown is kind of East LA. But if you mean East LA, like Cheech and Chong East LA, that's like Boyle Heights. And there is a couple stops on the Gold Line that are East Los Angeles. That would be pretty cool to explore. I should do and I don't know if anybody's done this, but like where they shot Cheech and Chong scenes, except, I guess, I could get blocked. Maybe a members only. Also, it's 90 something effing degrees, and Pasadena, look up the temperature. So where we are right now, I'm gonna pull up the temperature. Pasadena is like it's like you go into an oven. Even when it's not so hot here, like 134, right when you hit Eagle Rock, it's like Eagle Rock. It's like God opened up the oven and it's got convection fan, just incredibly ugly hot. So I'm glad we already went to part of Pasadena. Then this week though, it's going to be in the 70s, so like 78, which is still kind of hot weather for me. I wonder if all these mothers out here are having a great Mother's Day. I see lots of folks with their kids. Hey, Alan. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining, Alan. Happy Sunday, you all. This is kind of a pointless downtown wander. Maybe like a little bit of a greatest hits because we love it. But again, I love the city downtown when it's empty. I want to check out Pershing Park, although I don't think I want to walk through it because it's probably also hot because it has no trees. A park with no trees. Temperature. I want to see what the temperature is here. If I didn't delete that already. All right. That's our weather ticker. So you can see how hot it is. 90 degrees. There is a pretty sweet wind blowing though, I will tell you that. So, I want to take a second as we walk towards Pershing Park to thank all of my members. We do have some new emojis coming up this week, promise. Boom! Thank you. It's getting longer and longer. I would also do the Santee Walk in the summertime too, because I hate crowds, as we know, but I kind of love that bustle feeling sometimes. Like, I remember when I lived in Boston, And at Christmas time, you would go down crossing and go shopping, and there were just tons of people out and about with their bags, doing cool stuff. I don't know, maybe fighting somewhere, but like, just kind of felt better. In the past few years, going Christmas shopping has not been kind of the same thrill. Hey, Takade time. Hey, Barris. If I really miss anybody, I'm sorry. It's a super bright day. This area does have amazing architecture and quite a varied bit of architecture. We walk through all the time. In fact, we're going to walk onto the shady side of the street because I don't know if my ghostly white legs can take it. Actually, they're pretty. What do you mean shop wars? Like everything is disappearing? Like here, I feel like I saw a video pop up on my screen last night from 2 days ago that had 40,000 views, and it was the German in Venice who has a huge following, but he was talking about how Venice is closed down and blah 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 blah, like a real shit piece, I guess you would say. I do feel to some extent like, yeah, a lot of things have closed down. We get everything on the internet. Um, but I also think every time something goes away, something takes its place. Most of the time. So there's Pershing Park, Pershing Square. I think you know this because we come here all the time. I, I talk about how poorly designed it is because it is, was at the time like called Central Park before World War One, and then named after Pershing like a week after World War One. And it used to be full of flora and just a really great 1900s park with a fountain in the middle. And then maybe the 60s, they dug up a parking lot underneath it and made this modern monstrosity. I love modern, but it just looks really dated now, like it should have like a Liberty Bell somewhere. So this is the park in the center of the city. I'm not knocking it, but I'm knocking it. There's no trees, really. Tell me when it is, because I own 2 rescue dogs. One of them, I pretty sure, rescued me, and the other one I definitely rescued. So I don't even think we can go to the center of the park, not that we're missing anything. They must be having a concert up here soon. So maybe if that's the purpose of this park, to be just somewhere to hold events instead of a place for people to relax on a sunny day. I'm gonna walk right out of it though. I'm so hot. You know, I don't want to talk about other people's channels or style, but there was a time when I just thought he was a really sweet kind of soul. Again, one of his episodes was, he came here to be an actor, I'm sure. Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm sure, etc. And so he didn't make it in Hollywood, but he kind of made it in Venice with his shop, so to speak. He had a lot of good years there, also. And then closed the shop. And then after that, I think the videos got a little boring or a little angry. But the one video, and again, I don't want to talk about him, but I just did for 5 minutes. But yeah, it is Negative gets clicks. My silly cartoons don't get as many clicks. I'm trying to spread positivity about Los Angeles, you know? And the whole reason I started this channel was because of, not the whole reason, but part of the reason was because of channels like those that would be like, Beverly Hills is dead. I shouldn't say that D word. Beverly Hills is unalive. Hollywood is crumbling. Hollywood's been crumbling for 20 years. Beverly Hills has had storefront vacancies, changing up their blocks. I feel bad he wanted to wave and I didn't let him, or I didn't get him in the screen, but like, it's kind of like the life cycle of neighborhoods. Sometimes this one's hot, sometimes this one's not. Hey, Ruben, happy Sunday. Um, Venice, back to Sean. Venice has been trying to get a little gentrified since, what's it called? Abbot Kinney. Super gentrified. All right, so here we have something happening. It's a little Mother's Day action. I have no idea what this is, but we found something to do. So in looking up things to do for DTLA, whatever this is did not come up. Unless it came up and it's like Mother's Day something, get a free carnation. But no. Okay, a day of wandering, exploration, pleasant surprises. We're on Broadway and 5th. This looks like a little market of some sort, or a farmer's market. Bring your own bags, no soliciting, walk your bike or scooter, no smoking, take all the pictures you want. It doesn't say that. It's the historic DTLA farmers market. I'm mad at you. You know, I wish I could put stickers up, like from my text thing, because I have a really good Joan Crawford sticker. And the eggs look amazing. I love a good blue egg. Not a robin's egg, though. I wouldn't eat a robin's egg. Negativity wins. Creating an enemy from nothing wins also. I think we're looking at that right now here in the US of A. That's really unfortunate. You could spend a lot of time talking about the negative things. You could change them, try to make them better, and try to focus on the positive stuff. Because, like, I could go to 4 or 10 farmers markets today. Don't tell me LA sucks. I mean, maybe farmers markets are not your thing. We could go to Smorgasbord. We could see Patti LaBelle tonight in concert with Shaka Khan. And I can't remember the third woman. Stephanie Mills. There you go. So short farmers market, but let's walk up the other side so we can take on the trinkets and fun stuff. Zamba juice. Remember, I just want a soft serve. I didn't bring. I also. That was kind of mean to the dog. Sorry. What a beautiful dog that was. Although those drinks colors look really good. Well, you guys want a really awesome bunch of That's a pretty cool Hollywood t-shirt. Come with crystals because, you know, maybe I should get a new hat. I don't know about a cork top though, but I'd love. Whoa! There we go. Hi. I don't know how that really happened, but the gimbal is already down to 2 bars. Maybe it's the heat. So again, happy Sunday. We're just walking behind the farmer's market now. Maybe we should continue on Broadway. But yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna cross the street here. Let me double check my balance. Yeah, I'm totally fine. I thought it showed a screen that said be right back, but my gimbal somehow when it, I don't know what, I actually think I need to return this. I got a full warranty, but it does weird stuff around the battery charging and remaining full. Sometimes it works like a champ, and then other times like this, it just went off. And then when I have to plug it in to sort of charge it up a little bit, and it totally said it was only on 2 bars, but if it's on 2 bars of power, it should stay on. Anyway, enough of my problems. I'm just doing a solo hot walk downtown because, as I've mentioned 15 times, I really love the city in the summertime. Also, I thought it would be an awesome opportunity for me to get a soft serve. Let me know if that did anything. I think the battery pack popped out. It looks like it's registering everywhere it should. Okay, great. Hey, BD. My man with the sound. Thank you so much. Still wearing the microphone on my hat. courtesy of your tip. Oh, we walk by this all the time. This is that art display. I'm gonna take a right. I still think, like, in a perfect world, you would get a little more of the ambient sound. I think it sometimes works to my advantage because people will say things or swear, and I would have to blur that out. And actually, lately, the music isn't really getting caught by the mic too much. So here we are, Mother's Day stroll. Mother's Day stroll, that's my mother voice. Was not my mother voice. That was me taking a drag from my vape pen and holding it in. It's just you, I think. Oh. Let me check. No? The noise cancellation was on. Let me know, Joe, if that's any better. I don't want to get too obsessed with it if it's mediocre. Welcome, everybody. If I miss saying hi to anybody, we've got Cecilia and BD saying hi, and Joe under Walking in LA saying hi. I'm gonna unplug my microphone and plug it back in. Let me make sure the stupid peg thing on it. That's probably the issue. Hold, please. I don't know what this thing is going to do right now, but don't throw up. Hi. I'm almost there. Turn it off. I really hate the DJI transmitter, I'm gonna say it. As I've said it many, many times. That stupid little clicking thing that it does. Thanks. I really need new shoes though. There we go. I think we're going to be perfectly fine. All right, up and running. The pedals of being live, right? This is like Saturday Night Live. This happens on Saturday Night Live sometimes, right? The Jerry Lewis telethon, people mess up. I can't imagine. I wonder how hot that car is. The Tesla. I like to say Tesla. I don't know why. I have a hard time liking other sneakers. So I tend to get like same sort of model over and over again. I'm doing kind of a weird loop down to walk down the street a little bit. And I'm walking in the biking lane to get back at all those bikers who drive on the sidewalk. That's good to hear. We should dip, Cecilia, about the weather. We should dip down to the 70s tomorrow and for this week, which I'm excited because if we would have gone to the fair actually on Thursday, it was like 90 something that day. I mean, I like a fair, don't get me wrong, but I really don't like sweating. We keep watching a video of a guy that took I can't remember what he's called. Maybe he's got a really funny name like Fried Dough Fred, maybe. Do you know what he's called, Joe? But he's went to the preview. I did not get an invitation for the county fair opening. Has tried all of this food. Oh, it still sounds like. Hold on for 1 second. I'm gonna see. Hold, please. I'm so sweaty, my glasses are sliding off my face. All right, I'm gonna click the transmitter in. I think it might make a snapping noise. I have a hard time pushing it in too hard because what it will do is slide the. I've even tried to tape it. So you see that little thing right there? When I push it in, it pushes it back. I have to push it to my chest so I can push it without snapping it. Also doing it with one hand, and I think it just keeps doing it over and over again. Maybe not. Hold, please. Oh, we haven't had like a fun sound check one of like these for a while. Turning you on. It's turning on. Shows that there's a microphone. Welcome. All right, let me know if the sound is any better. It looks like we're good to go. If I use the microphone as a Bluetooth, it isn't loud enough. I did that for a while, and then I ended up buying a single transmitter and a Bluetooth. Then I had a single transmitter and a microphone, and then I had two microphones, and then I had one microphone again and one transmitter. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. I wonder if I could, I know this sounds crazy. I wonder if I could crazy glue that piece into place and it wouldn't affect the, like, connection. Oh no, am I gonna get busted for Ed Sheeran? I am. We're gonna walk through this anyway. This is the other end. I guess there was more on the other side. Oh, this is literally the end. How are you? What is that? Curry?
Yeah, curry.
Alright, I'll try it. African Food Kitchen. Thank you so much. Okay. Can I get out this way? I'm gonna try. Not stepping on human feces, but something like that. How are you? What's that? No, it's a camera, and I just walk around and film downtown LA. It's not filming you, it's looking the other way. And it keeps the camera from jiggling like I'm walking too much. And, you know, people...
Okay, I'm gonna ask you for $5.
I don't have that, but
you got $10?
I don't have any money. I only have a credit card. Have a good day. Yeah, take care. All right. So the chicken curry was nice. I wasn't gonna give her my credit card, sorry. I do wish her well, really. It was great. I love curry. Also, when the chicken is stringy, like all stringy like that, or shredded like that, sometimes I'm gonna go left here because we're gonna walk towards City Hall, that area. Sometimes when the chicken is shredded like that, it's really effing dry. And that was moist shredded chicken. I don't know why I had to say effing for emphasis, but so if you guys see anything that we should make a thumbnail, because I really should replace that thumbnail that I use all the time for DTLA, let me know. I might be using this one. In person, I would have really dropped the F-bomb. I love a good swear. I love how every once in a while you'll get somebody that says swearing shows stupidity. Other people say emotional intelligence. I have the worst luck with this app. All I want to do is get a close-up of that, maybe make that the thumbnail, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Love your mom, just a reminder. I'll try one more time. It's gonna do it, and then it doesn't, but that time it did. There we go. You'll see that as our thumbnail later. Now, whole thing off. All right. Fun stuff. Good, how are you? So what do you wear in the summertime? I am only asking because you saw it's 90 degrees. My usual walking attire for downtown and like these walks is in the wintertime it's been like a light jacket, nylon jacket, a t-shirt, or a button-down Oxford with jeans. Jeans are terrible because they rub all the hair off my legs. Or shorts. I find t-shirts to not be very breathable though. I'm wearing a linen shirt right now. Linen button-up shirt, which I love. But linen always makes me look schlubby. Like I feel like I go from, looking fit to looking like John Belushi. There, I think, is barely any humidity. I'm not really busting up too much of a sweat. I don't know, does my temperature doohickey show the humidity? Let's see. The worst thing I will tell you is I have a black backpack on, and it is really sweaty underneath that backpack. It doesn't show the humidity. No, it's now 92 degrees. Yes, this is one of the finest hotels, the Barclay. It only accepts the Barclay card, by the way, and carte blanche. I wish my legs were hairier, actually. I mean, this is TMI. The Hotel Barclay used to be called the Hotel Van Nuys. I think I've mentioned that before, and I always forget it, but... Hey, hey, Mel, happy, happy, happy Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. Welcome, welcome. Ooh, I want to really quickly, again, I should have done this like when it showed up the first time, when I had some month subscribers anniversaries, but I want to thank you guys again for your support, your renewing your subscription, or whatever it's called, and continuing our walk together. Oh, darkness and light. I actually did read about this. it doesn't look as much, it looks beautiful, but it doesn't look like as much fun as that other place. So a really nice thank you to all of you. Thank you for supporting the channel on our endeavors. We are definitely going to have some exciting stuff coming up this summer, including the fair and the Rose Bowl. And you get to spend some time on our weekend away with us. So we'll take a look at another part of California. Also, memberships. I want to thank everybody who has a membership right now. It's really fun to see. And it's exciting producing content. I can't believe I said that, content. It's exciting producing stuff, producing also, yes. It's exciting making stuff for that, is what I would probably like to say. So, the more subscribers, the longer that chimera gets, and that's okay. Maybe we'll get to the point where it just runs the whole time. Okay, you guys, help me with my memory here. All right, thank you so much, BD. Was there a soft serve place at the food hall? You know, I like to call it the food hall. Or was it just McConnell's ice cream? Right? And even just like, I know lame, I just want like plain vanilla. We just walked down this street. I could even go for plain like vanilla. Super vanilla. We just walked down the street, which is really hilarious. We're not going to take a right and go the way that we probably should have gone. I'm dying to run across the street because I feel like I could. But I'm not. We're going to cross here and then take a right. Hey, nomad, homad, happy Sunday, Mother's Day. So, although it's not a mystery, like, wouldn't it be fun, because we did the Hollywood punk thing, to do the, like, a Chinatown punk thing? I don't know of any unalivings that happened there, but it was such a cool scene. I think I might do that next month. Did it say private club somewhere? This is the gay block, actually. So, I think there are actually 2 clubs right there. Okay. The Bradbury building is across the street on the right. We know our downtown food court is on the left. AKA Grand Market. Just go with it when I call it the food court. I agree. Great weather to be at the beach. Joseph really wanted to go to the beach yesterday. I did not so much. I did offer that up as an option this morning, but we love to go to the beach really early. You know, there are 2 Venice beach cameras now. I saw one on the video that the German in Venice did about Venice. Right? I was kind of torn. Do I honestly, like, I'm so hot. I thought this was an ice cream sandwich. Like, I thought it was strawberry and vanilla ice cream. All right. There's no one at the Donut Man today. You know what, Giuseppe, about that? I made a short that ended like 20 seconds sooner than I wanted it to, but like it got 1,700 views. Most of my shorts get like 200 somehow. I'm not really quite sure. Maybe it was the time of day that I put it on. So we've got McConnell's ice cream. I don't feel like biting, to be honest with you. Although, also McConnell's, well, they do have ice cream sandwich. Sammy's, there's the ice cream sandwich I thought I saw. That really can't be the only ice cream place. The hardest part is picking music. But I just found, no worries, I just found another way to do it yesterday so I don't have to rely on music that already exists. I feel like I've learned a whole new world. I ripped the song that I used yesterday for the Korean snacks one. I looked for it the legitimate way first, but I ended up ripping it. And now that I realize that I can do that, I can use so many other songs that I have never been able to find. So there is a self-serve need. It is so hot in here, actually. The only other ice cream place I can think of downtown is by Pershing Square. All right, just want to get out of here, to be honest with you. Too many people. And it's about 10 degrees hotter in here. Oh. Oh, here we go. Nice breeze. Let's catch the train to the top here. Maybe somebody will let me sit on the back. Because I do have $1. So here, we'll take a little angel's flight. COVID's everywhere. There's a mural for Stroke Month. I didn't know there was a Stroke Month. As a stroke survivor, I will say, good. Right? This little funicular. Oh, there are people sitting on the back. I like that last seat. Maybe I'll tell them, I know you're only visiting this town for a couple of hours, but I'd really like to be on this seat so I could film for my guests. I'm not going to ask them that. I've got my buck out to pay at the top. We're going to pay at the top. Hopefully this thing doesn't take off without us. And it is, thankfully, so we can get the seat that we want. The next one will be here in a second. And there they are. One of the houses that should have been at Heritage Square, I guess the castle is what they called it. The guy recalls a childhood writing up this all the time. And it's kind of touching and sounds like a fun childhood memory. I don't even need my $1 till we get out at the top. I figured out how to use my Metro pass and the phone at the same time. I just don't trust it. tell you how much I'd no longer want to get on this. But we're gonna do it. I think so. I feel like it was shut down from like 2003 to 2010 or 12. That guy's wearing his microphone with magnet on his collar. Hope he doesn't lose it. I remember when Dios de los Muertos was free, and then when it was $20.
Oh, so pretty. Look at her for Mother's Day. So beautiful.
It's not Madonna.
Yes, you're cool. I had to because we did not get it together. You should not be proud of it. The only kid that's on your couch. Stop it. Cut it out. You get it together, y'all.
I'm gonna snatch this spot. Alright, kids.
Go up, go up. Listen here.
I can't imagine being a parent and listening to that nonstop. I would most likely make them mute it.
Oh, yeah. That's what it's like. You know what?
Sardines.
He said
It's really fun when it's empty. Not so much right now. Probably.
Mommy's gonna sit there,
Here,
okay?
you can sit here.
Go ahead.
Just trying to make a little more room. I'm gonna stand in this space. Here, maybe you can have a little of that. Sorry. The hat is very festive. I think it probably is pretty warm to wear though. Every other time I've ridden this, I've been one of 4 people. Okay. Sorry, I'm literally sweating, sitting down in this glass cloche. Okay, here we go. Maybe I'll not ride this today. I don't want anybody else to have to get off. We'll take the stairs, right? So, not my vacation. This is something we've done twice now. We've never walked up the stairs. My butt's gonna hurt, my legs are gonna hurt, but that's okay. I also, there was a pregnant lady that was standing up for some reason, and I didn't want her to have to get kicked off. Or anybody for that matter. So there it is, going over my head. Oof. We'll ride this again. Don't be disappointed. I know. I've been doing a lot of stairs and hills lately, as you know. I have to say, my legs are almost summer ready, right? Whatever that means. I think it's why the hair is rubbing off of my legs in my pants. Can you hear me panting? I'm not panting that loud, but I always feel like when I'm doing these things, in the back of my mind, this is somebody's vacation. Their only time to see a squirrel. Oh, you missed it. Oh, there he is. Only time to see Los Angeles or visit the city. So I can come back. Okay, I've almost caught my breath. Sorry. Now, if I was here with my friends who are visiting from out of town, I probably would not have gotten off and wanted to. Also, that video game, whatever that kid was playing, I wanted to grab that phone and throw it out the window. The only window that was open. It was also so hot in there because the only ventilation is from the front window and the rear window. The side ones do not open up. No, you should come soon. Sorry, I just made that really weird noise. You should come soon, Mel. It's a great time. I mean, maybe I kind of think autumn and spring are pretty awesome. And if you're from somewhere cold, then certainly winter is great. You could put on shorts and a tank top if that was your scene. So here's where we would have gone. We've been here before. If we would have taken the train all the way up. Not a secret garden. Oh, really? The ficus trees were never completely smart because of the way the roots grow. So they might have been a good 20-year choice, but the roots really push stuff up, push the sidewalks up. I used to live somewhere where the pipes were constantly being fixed because of the ficus roots. Kind of like on The Last of Us. Anybody watching that? New episode tonight. I don't mind sharing secret gardens. So we'll crawl up our stairs here. Hey, how are you? Yeah.
On what?
YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How many
Walking
people
in
watching?
LA right now, probably 62.
Oh, very nice.
Comes and
Cool.
goes.
You
Yeah.
out there?
Thanks.
Oh yeah.
We're just getting views, spreading the word about Los Angeles not
Nice.
being dead.
Nice.
Although it's not very busy.
All right, man.
Take care. You too. I have no idea why I said that. Although it's funny that you had written so dead. That was not a reflection or a commentary on what you said, JK. But it does look pretty unalive down here today, right? It is a video game, which I hated. I like really didn't love it. I feel like if I have to look around for stuff like clues and then solve puzzles, I don't want to do that. Welcome, Europe. I don't want to do that. I just want to play the game. I mean, some searching for stuff is okay. So I beat no one up the funicular, by the way. I thought it would be fun if I could, but I probably would have dropped. So let's check out the views from up here. We've done it before. I've eaten here. Oh. Whatever, I didn't like it. You know why. I was waiting for you to chime in because you know why. I didn't like it. So I'm gonna pull my doohickey up for a second so we can get just a swell view starting over here. The show is very violent, for sure. I really don't like blood at all. And I really generally don't love like movies like Saw or I Dare You to Slash My Face. I did watch Speak No Evil yesterday. I couldn't wait for that to end. I mean, I watched it over the course of 3 days, but like, I really couldn't wait for it to end. So uncomfortable. You pretty much know what's gonna happen every step of the way, but still a lot of tension, the kind of tension I don't like in a movie. $92 up in here, up in this. I love Bates Motel. I love that actress. What's that blonde actress? She's also in a lot of horror movies. I only watched the first 3 or 4 seasons. I don't think I saw the last season of Bates Motel, but I loved it. What is that blonde actress? Yeah, I love her for some reason. Not love her, but you know, I think she's great. We are just watching, you know, I think we mentioned this before, Hacks, which we love. Last of Us. The Studio, which I love. Joseph loves it too. I cannot remember the name of the show, but it's by Nathan Fielder. It's on HBO. Joe, what's that show called? He's hilarious. He used to have a show called Nathan for You. I bet you that park used to be open and you could go in it. There's the funicular. You're packing today and you're going this Friday. What's your sign? Isn't he in The Good Doctor or something also, which I did not watch? If you're getting dizzy, let me know. A week is a lot ahead of time. never prepare that far in advance because I feel like I'm gonna forget something. I haven't watched House for a really long time. Like I remember when it was, I feel like it was on a really long time ago. I watched definitely a few episodes of it. This is the coolest I've been today, actually. With no... Ooh, there's more view over here, maybe? I don't want to step on the granite because you know me. I just walked into it though. It's gorgeous. I'm surprised there wasn't anything happening in the park for Mother's Day. Like a mother egg roll. Oh, that's not a thing, right? Mother egg roll. Oh, person just tripped out and you guys just missed it. So, the mocha, totally free. Don't know if it's open today. I ran an errand this morning and I stopped and I actually got an iced coffee from 7-Eleven. So I feel like and I thought I was grabbing like a small cup, but it was a medium cup and I still filled it up anyway. And basically that's like drinking a liquid, one of those Starbucks Frappuccinos in a bottle. So sweet. But I think I drank almost all of it. Hey, Brave Bull. So I just love looking down this street. Not that we're always gonna, not that we're gonna go down this way, but Pershing Square is two down, but this is kind of the hill that you get to look downtown from, which we've looked down before. So the only ice cream they had there was McConnell's ice cream. So McConnell's is from Santa Barbara. Pretty delicious, but it's a hard ice cream. I'm looking for more of a, I don't know, I always feel like I need to bite hard ice cream. Not that I can't take it, but I can. So I'm keeping my eyes peeled. I do know of one other soft serve place if we make it that far.
Doesn't make sense? How about you understand?
Yeah, it's pretty expensive. They sell it in the grocery store, and I think like a pint is $9.99. Oh, geez, that scared the living out of me. Literally have goosebumps. I thought a car was gonna go over the curb. Is the mocha free? We'll see what the price is right now. Or is it just free on Wednesdays? Yeah, general admission is always free. Just special exhibits. I saw Louise Bourgeois here, which was phenomenal. Kind of life-changing. Or maybe just aesthetic changing. So it looks like the broad is off the hook today. It's not the broad, by the way, it's the broad. Hey, so it is really hot. I'm sweating a lot. I have a black backpack on. Underneath that black backpack, this is so flowy and chiffony. Underneath that, she must be hot though. Underneath that black pack, say that 10 times fast, is a pool of back sweat. I don't usually wear tank tops in public, not because of anything. I just don't like to be that undressed, but I think this summer it might be an option. There are food trucks over at the Broad. I'm looking for something sweet. Thank you so much, Ruben. I have a feeling that President Xi got the better deal also. That was ridiculous. This has been a little ridiculous. We don't usually talk too much about politics. But you know. Oh, of course, Ruben. I can't always talk to everybody because of the sun and the sweat in my eyes and the hydraulic acid from my skincare running into them, but I give it a good shot. And I appreciate you being here. And if you guys are here for the first time, welcome. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and then chat. We are pretty friendly folk. And the channel loves the support. We love the support. We could use the support, so please like and subscribe. And we are really just starting to do fun things with our members. So we do also have memberships available. So feel free to take advantage of that. We are going to be eating a ton of Korean snacks this Tuesday in my apartment and taste testing them. I will tell you, we've already gone through 2 boxes of the snacks that we're supposed to use. Because how could you not? There's like a pile of snacks sitting on our kitchen table right now. So those Choco Pies, we need to buy another box. I know, there were 12. I don't know what's going on here, but it's space age. There's music. Hey, She Clicks Bricks. How's it going? Happy Sunday. I was watching some of your shorts this morning. I've never walked here. It's not as exciting as I thought. I was just kind of mesmerized by the music. Oh, it's not going to be that kind of not going to be that kind of video. We just have this snack set up on a table. Eventually, you definitely will get to meet the dog and possibly an apartment tour. I remember one of the first live streams that we did, somebody kept saying that we were probably really homeless. I don't know how they came to that conclusion, but I assure you we're not. Well, it started with me, BD, opening the Choco Pies. So I got Kit Kats, which actually were Japanese, and so we weren't going to eat Japanese snacks on a Korean snack thing. How stupid white people would we be to do that? So we ate those. Those were good. I don't know what the flavor was, but it's like strawberry cake, but chocolate. So we ate all those. Choco Pies, gone. They were tiny, so literally not as small as those Hershey's peanut butter cups, the tiny ones, but they were so small, like you could put the whole thing in your mouth. Not that I did. So one by one, those went. Now, there's also a pistachio cake. So I gotta say, we're gonna buy a different flavor of Choco Pies to try. I'll go Monday to the HK Mart. And we also ate some pistachio cakes that were so good. We still have more of those. I don't know what the name of that, because that box was wholly in Korean. And then we ate the weird Oreo sticks, which were also super good. So we're gonna replace some of those snacks with different ones. Also, one bag of shrimp chips was actually Japanese, so we ate that also. They weren't really like shrimp chips, but they were like shrimp Funyuns. I think I actually got one caught in the back of my throat and it kind of burned for a little bit. I'm so precious. We love Korean snacks. Also, you guys were there for that video. If I would have gotten the same, I guess, assortment of American snacks, it would have been like 75 bucks. I couldn't believe the haul for $33. I wonder what other people in the grocery store who were buying their food for the week were thinking with me, with that cart full of snacks. I was budgeted $100 for that, by the way. So it's so hot. They should have that waterfall on, that water fountain on in this park. Unless it's eternally broken or they just don't turn it on because the city is $1 billion in debt. Every time we come here, this waterfall's not on, or water fountain's not on, just the lower one. It's so cool. It's really unfortunate. Oh, Brave Bull, I do enjoy American snacks. I feel like, yes, the city is $1 billion in debt. And that's why the mayor is trying to cut here, cut there. If it's 1 million in debt, my mistake, but I'm pretty sure it's a billion. 1 million in debt, like, pff, that seems like nothing. I love Charleston Chew and Marathon Bar, which might have been a regional candy. That was the braided caramel dipped in chocolate, and it was like 12 inches long, and it came packed in a ruler. I think I'm disappointed in the fact that we pay a lot of taxes to live here. Yes, the weather is great, but I just don't feel like a lot happens with those taxes. We talked earlier, somebody was on here and earlier, and they mentioned that the city, is a little cleaner and a little nicer. And it really is, so there's something to be said for that. And I do feel like at least for my eyes, like the homeless population is down somewhat, but I don't think it really is. I think it's just moved somewhere else. And they always have so, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get political. They always have so much money left for the homeless that they don't spend. All right, enough. Los Angeles is a lovely city to visit. The fires, and then they got sued for something. There's a lot of lawsuits Los Angeles is dealing with. It's complicated. So there's an art show going on up here. I don't know if we can actually go in, but let's check it out. For past 20 years, I've been hearing about this drought and water conservation, and Tom Selleck using too much water, and the Kardashians using too much water, which is probably all true. Nobody really needs a grassy lawn here. Maybe unless you have dogs. And then every once in a while they throw us a bone and say, we're almost out of the drought. And then you hear that we're back in the drought again. I know that the snowpack is insane for this year. I think it is an art show. There was something kind of mothery happening at one of these properties today. So if it's an art show that I can go in, we'll go in. If I can't go in, I won't go in. But I think I want to walk to the DWP building, which is straight ahead of us, because I love that walk around the building with the beautiful fountains. It is so hot, I'm dying. I actually think that the gimbal kind of lost some of its battery because of the heat. So we are going to go counterclockwise just to be dinkuses. And the second they say get out, we're gonna get out, but in the interim, let's walk the other end of this that we never walk. There are moments on this walk, right now, where there's a really lovely breeze that just kind of erases the heat for a second. These folks are taking, there might just be a show happening, a matinee, as the kids say. Oof. No, it's an intermission of a matinee. I know it's pronounced matinee. I heard an old person say matinee once, and I like it better. Right where I am now is perfect. I wonder what they're seeing. Life of Pi, sorry. It's one of the most visually stunning shows someone has ever seen. Time out. Okay. Where's the soft serve food truck? I thought that was a Ben and Jerry's truck for a minute. I would have been really excited. Okay. But it's bright, whatever that is.
¿Qué pasó, Candy? Candy.
Huh, that's awesome. If I miss anything like that, Thank you so much. It's bright. I'm trying not to trip. I can't turn the thing on that tells me because it slows down my connection speed. Sometimes it shows up, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm really appreciative and grateful, and thank you so much. So this little spot we've been to a couple times. I only discovered it on one of these walks, and it's literally, not figuratively, literally kind of one of my favorite places to walk. The fountains aren't on, unfortunately. It's fountain free Sunday. No moms get fountains. I think it's only open when the building is open. I love a blue drink, like a raspberry slush puppy. I might get one of those on my way home. I feel like for the sugar, though, I'm almost more down for an ice cream. I wish there were more Dairy Queens in the world. I know there are more important wishes than that, but I do. So, for years and years and years and years, I've driven by this building from whatever street is over there, 6th, and I've always wondered about it. I never realized it had a moat around it. And almost 360 views, 360-degree views. But also no one is ever here. It feels like a really peaceful and tranquil place to maybe bring a Subway sandwich. Only a 6-inch. I don't think you want to spend foot-long time here. Yeah, it just looks like it's floating. This building's from the 80s. It's older than I thought it was, or maybe it's from the 70s. So we're standing in Bunker Hill, right? Where all those buildings were torn down. The building, it's the DWP. It's the John Ferraro building, but it's the LADWP. It just is peaceful building. Built on a sad story. Right? I'll try to get the best. It's just the Department of Public Works, the water company, the water and power company. They have the best buildings and parks, actually. They have some of the most incredible parks with water features in them. I forget the name of. So the Japanese garden I went to, it's a members video. That guy is created or sponsored by the LADWP also. There's a guy over here that I don't want to think we're doing anything weird filming them, so I'm gonna look out here and we'll get the building from another angle. Right below this is parking garage, by the way. Oh, we might be blocked from making the complete circle. Oh, schnitzel with noodles. Those trucks, Bright must be a, like, party company or a staging company. So maybe they block this off on the weekend. The other part isn't blocked off. I guess we just can't go all the way around it. I just never knew this was here till I started streaming. The beauty of doing this with you guys is also showing you stuff I know and discovering stuff together. I know this building isn't super fantastic, but it's just the fact that the space around it exists for us to walk on. We came here during the fires. Oh, I can say fire. I was gonna say unburnings. I really thought about saying fire for a minute, but we came here during the fires. I think there's a short that shows the stunning view of the sunset from here. Oh, there's all of our theaters. Not all of them, obviously. The building itself is kind of modern. It's just the whole piece together, the space that it consumes, and the way that it sits, that just kind of makes it magnificent. Other than that, it's really just some granite. I don't know who John Ferraro is, though. Ferraro Rocher. Oh, I would love a Ferraro Rocher right now. And so normally we could have walked all the way around and seen this, but I just cut through the do not enter tape. This is my version of being a punk ass rebel streamer. I thought it was a music producer, actually. I feel like a guy with that same name produced like Olivia Newton-John songs. Maybe his name was Farrar. So that is a sculpture, by the way. It's not a piece of broken something. So what we can do is we can put this video back together where we actually made a complete loop. Kidding. It's awesome except for the heat. If it was like 12, 14 degrees cooler, it would be like perfect. Also, maybe if I had sandals on. I know, I'm a man with sandals, but there's something about the freedom of a sandal. I don't have Tethas. I have Birkenstocks, and also plastic Birkenstocks. And then some really cheap sandals that I got that are kind of like Birkenstocks or have straps like a Teva from Amazon a couple years ago. We could do that. The 90s hairband stream would be like the decline of Western civilization 2. And here's the thing, if we do that, Cecilia, I think you might have more input than I do, so. And also Monica, right? Or was it Monica or Mary? I'm really sorry. I can't remember who said they were going to clubs by themselves, but I loved it. Ruben, it's pretty gross. I have to tell you, this is the breeze, so it's pretty lovely. Full sun, nice breeze. But as soon as we go back down, and we will, it's gonna be hot. Friday was another a day I had a hard time looking at the chat because it was again 90 degrees and my eyes were sweating and burning. You're kind of damned if you do. When I wear moisturizer and my face sweats, it somehow always gets into my eyes and like burns out. If I use almond oil, I used to just use almond oil, same thing. It doesn't matter what I use. It just like burns my eyes. Some point when the sweat runs in, burns my eyes. So, well, I do have moisturizer on today. I can't remember if I wore sunscreen. Oh well, I spent a lot of my life not getting tan. A propeller hat is what I should have so I could fly out of situations. I spent a lot of my life enjoying just not being in the sun, so I feel like I could make up for it in my golden years. Oh, that's really awesome to hear, Ruben. As long as you stay in the shade. I've been trying to totally stay in the shade, but maybe I need to walk through the sun to remind me how good the shade is. We're gonna walk back downtown towards 7th Street Metro. When we get to there, I'm gonna find somewhere, even if it's just Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays. I love David Bowie also. I will tell you though, I really discovered Bowie like maybe a couple years before he passed away. And amazing artist. And then he passed away and then all of a sudden he was everywhere. He had a house in Los Angeles, David Bowie did. I don't know how I know that or what. I know he lived in LA for a little bit of time. And I think he was super coked out then. So I think it was a paranoid story about this house that he lived in. Did you ever see the movie with David Bowie called The Hunger with Catherine Deneuve? I remember David Bowie in Labyrinth also, but he did a movie with Susan Sarandon and Catherine Deneuve. Oh, you don't know Bowie music? Any of Bowie's music? So that's the building. Sitting on top of that parking lot. And because it's the DWP, we've got solar parking panels. Sorry. So it is, did I say 6th Street? It's 1st Street. Whereas LA years the 80s, because I don't think even he liked that album that had Let's Dance on it. Although I do love that album now. I did not like it at the time, but I love, what is that called? Serious Moonlight? Is that what that album is called? It seemed like a cash grab. ADC. Happy Sunday. Yeah, I love that movie. Also Catherine Deneuve. What was the music from the mid 70s? Because now I'm afraid that's the music that I really loved. Like, I'm a space invader. What's that song? I'm not gonna sing it, sorry. I can't follow it enough in my head to get to the chorus where I could probably name it. We never walked down this street. So, fun first time. We're right behind the Disney Center, Disney Hall. Those are the trees from the Blue Ribbon Secret Garden that we went to go see. So, in discovering LA together and riding the train together, I discover new things all the time. Here's one thing. There is a train stop right near the Disney concert hall. I normally would get off at, I think it's LA City Hall, and just walk this way. This is a different train line though. I'm not sure which one it is. But I think that's my weakness as an Angelino is, maybe that's my typicalness as an Angelino is understanding where the trains go. The A line. Thanks, Carrie. Carrie is my metro expert, actually. I don't know if you're my metro expert, but you seem to be a metro expert. And on this channel, you always have the good metro answers. So, don't mean to call you mine. I just have lived my entire LA life just riding the red line, the whatever that one is. Me too. I'm trying to take, I used to take the gold line to Pasadena all the time. You would ride, I think I lived near Highland Hollywood, so I would get on Highland Hollywood, ride all the way to Union Station, then switch for the gold line and get off at Pasadena Orange, I think was the stop. That one I'm pretty sure I've never listened to, Diamond Dogs. I did hear a song from him the other day that sounded like, it was a song I'd never heard before, because there are a lot that just sounded like a bad idea. This is a green light for me, so I'm gonna cross. I hope this Tesla is not going to hit me. They didn't. So there's, I cannot remember any of the album. I wish I could like pull up my iTunes. I'm almost to the chorus of that song though. Wow, that's pretty awesome. 77 I have on my screen. Hey, welcome you guys. Maybe this is a time for me to say, hey, if you're just watching for the first time, please like, subscribe, and chat. Happy Mother's Day. We're in downtown LA on Hope Street, hoping we don't melt. We're gonna continue down and we're gonna go to the library. Not go to the library, but toward the library. I don't know that it's open on a Sunday. No, but I love Rebel Rebel. I think it's dun, 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 dun. Oh, I can hear like singing. I just can't get to the chorus for some reason. And I think it's probably actually also one of his really famous songs. Don't be shy, come say hi. It's from Ziggy Stardust, yes. Moon Age Daydream is exactly the song. I just couldn't get to the nah, nah, like a Moon Age Daydream, oh yeah. That's my David Bowie impersonation. No comments. I probably could do a better one. Look, art. That's Bank of America Plaza. So that little building you see in the backgrounds of like TV shows and news all the time, part of our skyline. I don't think I've ever gotten this close to it to see that giant red art that all my overdraft fees pay. What did you win? A magical prize. I'll have to come up with something. So not the tallest building that we've got down here, but this one definitely a biggie. We're kind of walking into sort of the land of the giants. And by that I just mean giant buildings. A donut. I'll send you a donut. I've never actually been on this street. I know I keep saying that. How exciting for me. Interesting. I've walked on the other side of that hotel. The batteries. The Duracell Battery Hotel. There's our lovely city library. Some more art. Art is really subjective. I just wonder, like when I see pieces like that red thing over there behind us and that white thing, like there's probably not going to be a sign to explain it to us. I'm going to sneeze. Allergy season, right? I feel like in the 70s and 80s they were putting a lot of, this building is probably not from the 70s, but they were doing a lot of like weird street art. That is the YMCA. Like, what is that? Do we have a plaque? It looks like a syringe. So what does that mean to you? Are we feeling some spirit of 76? Some Soviet era space age? Let's go to the YMCA, because they've got some sculptures over there too. I really do love sculptures. Even that one, and the red one for that matter too. Thanks. What? Right? To me it means we could have built 5 residences. That one? All right, this one has a plaque. This one is called Three Graces. And it's from 1963 from Julie McDonald, a Pasadena sculptor. Sorry if I'm not giving it its due diligence. It's pretty incredible. Kind of looks like Robert the Doll. All right. I know I'm obsessed with Robert the Doll. Ugh. Only one episode, though. Here's another great outdoor sculpture. Doesn't have a name. I've only seen the bean for as many times as I've been to Chicago. I've never seen the bean. I hope that you go see the bean. I do think art is important. I do think quality of life is important also. And hopefully these are donations from the Something Charitable Foundation and not taxpayer money. So this one, I hope you can see it. It's called Olympiad. It's from 1986, from Milton Herald of Rome. We are just a little international. I actually love the way the figures look. Well, not the ponytails, but we got more sculptures. I'm walking on the words that says love, just so you know. I don't want you to miss out. This looks like a sculpture that some really rich bachelor would have in his foyer. It is a beautiful YMCA. So this guy, or gal, or sculpture, is called Alchemy of the Human Spirit. It's a bronze cast in stainless steel. One of four. It was by Michael Zapponi of Bellevue, Idaho, and it is in memory of Ruth S. Adams. All right, more statues. And someone having their moment. I'm not gonna say what this reminds me of, but this is called Composition in Stainless Steel and Bronze Number 11. That's my kind of title. Something you can interpret yourself. So this is from 1987, Gideon Greats, Florence, Italy. It was commissioned by the Adams family. Yeah. Oh, sorry, thanks. More sculptures. Walking in LA. Yeah. Yeah.
I know you.
Oh yeah, excellent. Nice to meet you. We're just downtown checking out the sculptures. Well, check us
I
out.
met the Jay-Z.
Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Wow.
Well, check us out. Leave a comment. We'll appreciate it.
Is it live streaming?
Yeah. We're just down walking around LA, checking out places we never walk, like this area, the YMCA. Take it easy, man. Have a great day. So here is yet another sculpture. Adams family. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to get the lady modeling a fur coat behind us. This is called Handstand, 1986. Donated by John King Adams, Peter Seitz Adams, David Vidor Adams, and Norman Adams. This is another Adams family production. So I don't really think that guy heard who I was, but he seemed really excited. Maybe he did, and maybe people are excited to meet me. Wow. Well, don't let it go to my head. think for the day that, yeah, he was a little too excited to meet me, but you know, after watching all of Joe's fans excited to meet him, I mean, maybe there's room for me. So this is, BD, you are right. This is a beautiful, 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 beautiful YMCA. We have one in Hollywood also, which is very 1930s looking. It's like the kind of YMCA that you would book yourself into. Not if you were Morrissey, because he would have booked himself into the YWCA. Is there space? Like, do people use the YMCA anymore? I have a face that you want to punch, I think. That's what Joseph tells me all the time. I'm joking, he never says that. I feel like, okay, so we've been streaming for 2 hours. It really feels like we've only been on for half an hour. I'm joking, but it feels like no time has passed. So, members get live videos, and I like to take them to special places where I don't usually walk or can't walk or maybe not great enough for a walk. This is somewhere we went on a members video. I dropped 2 videos that day because they were both short. So it's the Bunker Hill Steps, these are called. Of course, no part of this is from Bunker Hill. It's just the Bunker Hill Steps. That is totally true. You had a lot. Never mind. You're being shy. That's interesting, Gridley. So, this is kind of a treat. When I made the members video, I actually walked the stairs about 5 times. We're going down today, which is fine with me. So you may remember that little lady, we saw her before. I wish I had a picture of what this area, I know, here we go. I wish I had a picture of what this area looked like before they destroyed Bunker Hill, because the library obviously was here, right? I mean, they built around it. The water fountain is off today. It's really water fountain free Mother's Day. This is usually nice because there's a little water here that runs and like a babbling brook. So the whole thing is dedicated to the Santa Madre, right? So it's all dedicated to the original water source in Los Angeles. How do I know that? I might be making it up. I feel like I read it somewhere. So downtown, not very many people right now. And it's okay because the library is open. Let's just walk through the library. I don't know if I'm going to keep my signal in there though. We'll walk around the library. I want to do the library. I actually have a library members video that I'm going to pop on. I've created a couple of videos for in case, let's say on a Tuesday when I go make members videos, I can't for some reason. I've got a little backup plan. So the library is almost a facade. Deep inside of that is a modern building. Oh, I'm gonna walk in. As soon as I see, we'll just walk straight through. So this was a secret garden spot. But on the day that I came here, the secret garden didn't look like such a nice spot to wait. We're gonna try to go in. I have 5,500 kpps. Oh, there was a fire in this library? This library really looks like it's got some cult stuff happening on it. And I think somebody probably does a video. All right. So when did it burn down, the library? If he says no, I'm gonna go. But we're just walking straight through to the garden on the other side. Good afternoon. (1987). So really modern inside. You'd think the probably library has Wi-Fi, but I'm not turning on Wi-Fi. So there's a little garden back here. What are the parking rates? Okay, I'm gonna walk out slower because it's kind of an amazing. Hugh, love is a many splendored thing. Maybe not. And so let's walk through the garden part. I imagine myself in my golden years with my dog and a Subway sandwich. Subway is not sponsoring this, by the way, and I know I've mentioned them twice. But if they want to, that's a sponsor I could get behind. Anyway, just coming down here, hanging out on a bench to eat. Wisdom is the fruit of much reflection. $9 for 3 hours of parking, 5 for 2. That's almost cheaper than my Target, which I don't go to anymore or shop at. Huh? I just feel like this is something. This park is like from another era. Huh. So, I happen to make a terrible mistake quite frequently, or I used to, I don't anymore. But when driving downtown, it's possible to just end up at the library because it's like a couple of I don't know what streets run into it, but I've ended up having to drive into the library and turn around. So remember, it's Fountain-Free Mother's Day. Moms don't like fountains. They're scared of them. I love when a glass building like that one, all modern, has the reflection of the old building facing it in it. All right. It's like that with the police city hall is also like that. A police station, sorry. You can see the reflection of City Hall on it. I just kind of love it. So I've been down here by myself, not with you guys. So we're going to take a left and continue our walk down to 7th Street. I'll be a monkey's uncle every day before I leave my house. And when I'm walking to the train station, I say, Charlie, you're going to turn your watch on today. And I never do it. I think the last time Cecilia asked me, it was 11.3 miles was the walk. Hey, Wes, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I hope you guys are not experiencing 90 degrees like we are. Fortunately, I'm in the shadow of these behemoth buildings. I feel like New York, I also feel like it hasn't been hot enough for long enough for it to really stick down here yet. Orange County is just below LA County. It's the next county down. So, there's your parking for the library. It is pretty cheap. I wonder, do you have to get like your ticket validated at the library? So this is an old club. I think we just saw the sign for. I don't know what kind of club. Definitely private. Orange County is, I think, part of what I'm going to be exploring more in the summer. We're definitely have some Orange County streams to do. That's where Laguna Beach is, you know, and Huntington Beach. And also they had a whole TV show called The OC. That stands for Orange County. Too ritzy for me. So welcome, welcome, new people. And new people who have dared to subscribe and like and chat. I really want to thank you. If anybody is not feeling it yet, feel free to like, subscribe, and chat. Now we're friendly, we don't bite. We usually are just talking about goofy stuff. Does he go there right after work? Because I know you work in the huge building that we just walked by. So welcome everybody that's just jumped on here for the first time. And of course, you guys know that I welcome you 2nd and 100th timers. I'm gonna go down towards Hope. I just kicked a rock. There's a very good puppy waiting for the bus. My bus driver was getting ready to drive off on the guy. I waved him down. He's on the bus. It is too hot. Right? I feel like private clubs are like the library park, that they're like a remnant of the past where the husband would go to the club for the evening. You know, I mean, I don't know really what, I maybe only know TV tropes for private clubs. Cecilia, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Hearts, clapping, and clapping for all of you who have joined, as well as for Cecilia. Some more hearts and fireworks. I'm not sure what that is, but modern. And then, I like this. Thank you so much. I wish that showed up on here so I could see it. I'm glad you're finally a member, Kasepi. We love having you here. Our German live streaming counterpart. Thank you so much. Cecilia's only doing that because she wants more emojis. I'm kidding. Thank you so much, SWG. We're waiting for you to come on vacation, but you can always catch up with it here. Kind of a vacation vicariously. I honestly, there are like 74 people on here, so welcome. I thought I was going too late in the day. I thought it would be smaller. Not that I don't love having 76 people. Great. Thanks. We try to just be chill about stuff and open-minded and open towards each other. You know, Brave Bull, you've been here since the beginning, and you actually make it a lot of fun for me. I love your challenges and anecdotes, for the most part. Just kidding. It's really lovely uh, giving those memberships away. I'm really humbled by it. I have a hard time sounding as thankful as I really am, but I'm excited and I really uh, appreciate you doing that a lot, Cecilia. Brave Bull is kind of like, oh, sandwiches. I thought I saw ice cream again. Brave Bull is kind of like the naughty friend that we all have. I really love him. Aunt Eleanor's has not opened yet. I really want some Dutch crunch. What does that mean? And shouldn't it be mevrouw Eleanor if they're Dutch? I think mevrouw is one of my favorite Dutch words. Or maybe it's Belgian. Thanks. I love taking them and I love being able to show people LA and I love being able to actually get turned on to new things. Turned on to new things. I sound like a pervert today. Be shown new things. I've learned new things. I've tried new things. I've stepped out of my shell a couple times. I'm not interviewing people on the street yet because I really don't want to get punched in the face. Teeth are expensive, man. Wow. They're doing a mural. Downtown LA is empty a lot. Check this out. They have thought of it already, but these guys are painting this mural. We'll be back down. We'll be back down here. Hey Jay, we'll be back down here to see this get finished up. I hope they set like a time-lapse camera up. That would be pretty cool. So I'm gonna continue walking through this alley. I'm gonna also pull my camera. So we never walk through alleys, so this is a Mother's Day treat. I'm looking for ice cream anywhere I can find it. That's a loading dock. Little Man El Monte. Really, that mural looks like a week-long project. I wish I had noticed it. I wonder how long it took them to just do the outlines of it. It's huge. I really hope that for the Olympics, the city gets muraled up. So we're in the jewelry district, which may be why it is so dead down here, because the jewelry stores are not open on Sunday. We do have a lot of not great murals in LA also. I feel like there are some of Kobe Bryant that went up where they really do him dirty. Yeah, the store had a couple of million, and for some reason, I know I'm exaggerating money today, $1 billion, we're in debt. I think it was like $22 million worth of jewelry stolen from it, which honestly, seriously, like, why would you put $22 million worth of jewelry down in one of these buildings from the 1920s? How often do I ride the metro? I ride the metro almost every time I live stream. In my day-to-day life, I usually just go places where I'm walking or I'm going somewhere where I'm driving. So I probably take the subway 4 times a week, but usually only the red line. I'm discovering there's a whole world outside of that red line. So I'm gonna do 2 blocks down this way, just a Broadway, couple blocks this way. Sorry, I'm gonna go a couple blocks this way, maybe to Main, and then loop back. And I'm at 20% of charge. So that should take us back to 7th Street Metro Station. Do you mean like Beverly Hills and West Hollywood by the west side? Jay, if you do, I rarely go to Beverly Hills or West Hollywood. This is a little food court that was part of the department store. There goes my microphone. Hold on. This is St. Vincent Court. If you are familiar with this channel, we've walked through this many times. Here's the place that has a $9.99, very good BD. You know, I don't know that I would eat that pizza again. I've thought about it many times. As I try to be, so I venture over there. I've done a couple of live stream. I did a live stream of Beverly Hills, I think, or a 4K video. I am going to be live streaming in Beverly Hills and probably West Hollywood also in the next couple of weeks. I'm an East Side kid. I didn't end up going to UCLA. We went to USC. I confuse the two all the time. They both have the word California in it. Yeah, pretty much the East Side, except not East Los Angeles, which is different. So like the East Hollywood section. Los Feliz, Hollywood. Highland Park, Pasadena. Santa Monica and Venice also. But I'm definitely gonna do a Beverly Hills live stream. Probably, probably like on a weekday though. I actually was running through the things to do today downtown. I mean today for the stream, and Beverly Hills popped into my head for a minute, but it's Mother's Day. I don't really know what that means. I just thought it would be crowded and smell like a lot of perfume. Are you talking about in Washington, D.C.? I stayed at a hotel across from the Russian embassy, not in D.C., but wherever the Russian embassy is, and it smelled like a cigarette. It looked like the Soviet Union in, like it looked like a communist hotel, which I have stayed in. Like an Eastern European hotel. It was not a boutique hotel. I don't always hate or mind cigarettes, but I don't want to be in a room where somebody has smoked. But because I kind of love cigarettes. The closest to Ukraine I've been is Hungary, Romania. I stayed in a hotel in Romania that reminded me of the hotel I stayed in across from the Russian embassy. You know, Romania, when I was in Bucharest, it was a really. I stayed in Vienna for a while, and I've been to Prague. I'm not bragging, but Prague and Vienna and Bucharest and Stockholm are kind of all built up at the same time, right? And when I went to Czechoslovakia, it was one country. When I left, it was two. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so Austria, definitely not under control of the Soviet Union. Budapest, I don't know how, but it was definitely a communist country, but it was pristine. Bucharest was like they forgot to do anything after World War II. In addition to that, it was really set up similarly to Vienna. It had like this beautiful park in the middle with like a cafe and maybe like some skate and shit, or I really don't know what. But everything was derelict and dilapidated. The 8-hour stream, we keep trying to come up with like I forgot what Joe calls them, showstopper. Another 8-hour stream. We definitely could walk to Santa Monica again, but we gotta come up with one. So I think I'm walking 3 more blocks down, and then I'll be where I need to go. Hey, LA Unknown, guess where we are? We are in LA, DTLA. We really did a wander-about today and enjoyed the 92 degrees, and really tried to avoid the sun. But the worst part of all is that I'm really looking for some ice cream and I don't think I'm gonna find it. That would be interesting. Or take the Uber to Santa Monica. I mean, the Waymo to Santa Monica. I've done so much for Waymo's business. It is. What European city is my favorite? Okay. So for like Northern Europe, I really love Amsterdam. I know that's typical American, but I love Amsterdam. I love the canals. I love the skinny houses. I love wooden shoes. One of my favorite movies when I was a kid was called A Dog of Flanders, which took place in that area. I loved Hans Brinker and the Silver Skates too. Amsterdam. I didn't spend a lot of time in London. I did spend a lot of time in Vienna, and I found it to be pretty boring for a young person. Really, Waymo should sponsor me. No, I really enjoy taking the metro and promoting using public transportation, so maybe the metro should sponsor me. All right, let's go see some dancing girls. They are a nickel a dance. They sell this coffee in the grocery store. YouTube is not my full-time job. I'm a hand model for Marilyn Monroe. I'm joking. Inside joke. It is not my full-time job. I would love for it to be. This is way more fun than anything I could do for a full-time job. I feel like I'm missing out on a fun conversation. We're just to the right of the Fashion District. We might have missed the Hotel Cecil, which is fine. We don't need to go there every time. I'm gonna take a right here. George Costanza. I feel like I missed the Seinfeld boat. I actually like to call it Steinfeld. Joking, sorta. But it's pretty funny. I really love Curb Your Enthusiasm though. So I think I could have loved Seinfeld. My goal would be able to probably do this and make enough money so I could do the other thing I do super part-time. I think this is more interesting to do, and I also feel like if I had more time to do this, I could do more interesting things with that time. Oh, I got it. I actually worked with someone who was a hand model or a hand stunt double for somebody. I'm not going to tell you who this time because I didn't like the hand person, and if I tell you who and they happen to watch this, A, they'll know I just said I don't like them, and B, I don't know. I can handle the podcast for sure. I think I told you guys that a couple of months ago, I started working on that kind of angle to do a Patreon. And then memberships came up, and I kind of was just testing the waters with those a little bit. But like, there's so much more stuff I can say, especially when we are on like those history walks or mystery walks that I just can't remember in the moment to mention. It's so weird that there's a West Elm down here. I would like United Artists to sponsor me. Mary Pickford and whoever else started it. Charlie Chaplin. We don't have a Charlie Chaplin emoji anymore. I was trying to come up with a fun summer emoji today, but everything that I would do looked like an emoji that already existed. Before Tuesday, we'll have a new lineup of emojis. That's my promise. Maybe I've got to do some for the fair. So, I had another YouTube channel for a while. It was a little political. And I definitely used my own voice. And because it was, I'm like recording it in my house. It doesn't sound like my voice, first of all. Well, nothing ever sounds like your voice because you don't hear it the same way you hear it from a recording, right? It's not going through your bones or whatever. But I had a couple people comment that it sounded AI. So I would have to figure it out. So we're at Olympic. Haunted skyscrapers are to the left, sticking out like skeleton fingers into the bleak, bleached sky. Also, when I make the 4K videos that I don't talk in, which I don't do so many of anymore, those kind of are ASMR in a way. I'll like hold I'll hold the microphone in a different place so kind of get the sound of nature. I would love to add a little more ambient sound to these live streams because I do feel like they sometimes sound a little boxed in. I read a lot of stuff about like it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. Part of the fun is in doing this is I think the most fun part of this is probably connecting with people. So I think it's important to me to have subscribers. I love that people watch. That's really awesome. And that support is also great. I don't look down on it in any way, but the subscribers make it fun. Interacting with you guys makes this fun. The trick would be, personally, to get somebody to just sponsor the videos. So I talk to you about my sneakers a couple times, and I wouldn't ever try to sell anything I don't like, or that would be addictive. I miss the banter with Joe today as well. Joe will be back. Joe does not like the heat. We're different. Hey, Brenda, we are different in that respect. I mean, I hate the heat also, but I think he hates it more than I do. This was our Federal Reserve. You know, I'm totally, when I first started this, I was totally opposed to showing myself. Like, because I didn't know what kind of freaks would be out there. Turns out not many, and I can block them. So, while I'm not completely comfortable in front of a camera, I do anticipate as we, I'm not the focus of this channel, I'm an observer, but I do anticipate that as we move further along, like I will be a little less shy about showing myself. I do point out when I'm in a reflection. Right? This way you can imagine what I look like. You don't know that I am only 5'3". I'm a short king. And I'm kidding. I'm not a tall king, but I'm not 5'3". I used to wish I was like shorter. I'm really not that tall. We've talked about that before. I kind of like the mystery, right? It's like, remember when you would hear a song and you would not see the music video and you would be like, this is a banger, or whatever we said then. And then you would see the video and you were like, oh, they're really horrible looking. Tom Cruise is tiny. Ever tell you I saw him in an alley once? I did. I'm sure I mentioned that. Hey, how are you? I'm doing well. Stay cool. Poor guy. At least he's in the shade. Yeah, I just want to be like Charlie on Charlie's. Maybe I will start each live stream by saying, hello, angels, in my best, whatever his name was, voice. John, guy from Dynasty. Hey, Alias. Oh, I didn't talk to him. I just saw him. That was kind of weird. There's an alley in Beverly Hills. I used to work in Beverly Hills. There's an alley where I used to see people in all the time. I used to smoke cigarettes, and I never liked people to see me smoking cigarettes, so I would smoke on break, and I would hide in the alley. And the alley behind Bijan in Beverly Hills, which I don't think is there anymore. I saw Maria Shriver screaming at someone, probably Arnold. You could hear her through her G-Wagon windows. It wasn't a G-Wagon, but it was, giant SUV. I saw Tom Cruise back there. I saw Britney Spears in that alley. I saw Lindsay Lohan. Hey! I saw a couple of other people. Oh, Christian Lacroix. What? I worked for a while. I'm not going to tell you because that's break the mystery, although I've discussed it a little bit before. I didn't work in the stores that I was in the alley behind. Let me put it that way. I didn't want the people I worked with to know that I was smoking cigarettes either. Hey, Brenda, happy Mother's Day. If I missed that. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. So, do you think, why doesn't Dunkin' Donuts have like coffee ice cream? That would really hit right now. So the alleys have the best shit in them, to be honest with you. Especially in Beverly Hills, I think I pointed this out on a walk. I've gotten Eames chairs, wooden bentwood Eames chairs, sculptures, you name it. This is way a long time ago. I would never go dumpster digging anymore. I'm gonna do one more dip down because I know we've walked by the Hotel Bristol so many times, but I just usually from the other angle, and it really looks much more interesting. Should I just get like a Frappuccino? I don't know what the Dunkin' Donuts Frappuccino is. we keep our Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins separated. I've only ever seen them separated. I'm not a huge Baskin Robbins fan. I'll go in here if I don't have to order at the counter. That's my only... The Dunkin' Donuts in my neighborhood, I do. All right, let's do it. Do you think they have a decaf? I doubt it. Oh, they do have an order thing. All right. Oh my gosh. Signature lattes, frozen drinks. I want a frozen coffee drink. I would love matcha ice cream. What is that? Savory bite. Okay. Frozen drinks. Oh, here we go. Oh, gee. I'm gonna get a frozen coffee. No. This guy. Sorry if my fingers are dirty. Size, medium. 3 coffee syrup, 3 mocha, cream, mocha drizzle, whipped cream, mocha drizzle, hot chocolate. Done. I don't even go to checkout. All right. And then home. I hate this world we live in. What is going on here? Donuts. I can't believe this is where I'm going. Classic donuts. This is my favorite one. I wish they had the Dunkin' Donut though. Wait, did I just order? Okay. No powdered donut. Go to checkout. Wow. Right? No, I'm still gonna get Cecilia. We're going to California Donut, which I'm sure is way better. Finish order. It's just easier, right? And here, I'm gonna be Joey B. They really should integrate this so it's not 2 different machines. Approved. I owe you a dozen donuts, Cecilia. 2351. Please head to the pickup. Alright. We're gonna go to California Donuts because it's another LA sort of establishment, kind of like Pioneer Chicken, that there are only a couple locations left. And they're like the first people that did like Cop and Crunch donuts, a ladybug donut with real live ladybugs on it. So we want to check that out for sure. And I'm kidding about the live ladybug donut. Oh my god, this... I would quit if I had to listen to whatever we're listening to here all the time. I hope they call my name and don't expect me to remember that number. You just need a sweater, a couple pairs of shorts, and then some t-shirts. Yay, Brenda, we are really happy. We love Canadians. We are so sorry. Really. I can't believe that was almost $9. I would never eat a ladybug. I'm not really, and also, I forget who, but somebody told us where to get those crazy ass pastries that are giant that Aurora plays, so I definitely want to go to Aurora too and try one of those crazy pastries, right? I should have put Joey B, but you know I always struggle with those touch screens. I don't know if we want to hear that conversation. It was plus, I didn't get a latte, I got like a shake. I got the frozen mocha doohickey, a frozen drink. So frappuccino and a donut. Joe, funnily enough, used to be, oh, they have hand sanitizer. Joe, funnily enough, used to be my Starbucks name because they never get that wrong. If I use my real name at Starbucks, well, hold on. I just put hand sanitizer on. If I would use my real name at Starbucks, which is Charlie, a pretty common name, it would become Charday, which I love Charday, Charlene. Oh, that would be fun, a private members meet and greet. I just rubbed hand sanitizer on my hand. They don't have restrooms here. That's pretty fancy. But my favorite part is they stapled it. 5 staples. They really want you to know. At least this is pretty air conditioned. Oh wait, they doubled up. That's me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Pleasure's all mine. Have a great day.
You too. All right. This is like a child's drink. That's a medium? Oh, so good. Okay, you can only pull this door? Oh, this really does hit. I would be really upset if I missed an opportunity to go and get some mochi, which I did. I'm so mad that I missed so mochi. And I'm drinking this chain shake. What was that Stephen King movie we were talking about yesterday, Joseph? This reminds me of the ending of that Stephen King movie. They gave up, and the guy unalived himself just before the army got there. Like, I gave up and went to Dunkin' Donuts when I could have got mochi. Okay. Also, there's seating out here. We're coming back. I'm most embarrassed though because the whipped cream I normally wouldn't get. It is so good, Brenda. So good and sugary and whipped creamy and too much chocolate squirts. The good thing about this drink, though, is that you end up drinking the coffee flavor out of it because it's mostly icy in the first half, and then it's just ice and you can throw it away. Okay, I totally have whipped cream all over my mouth. The straw, I hate this. The straw doesn't really make it out, so every time I put my lips on it, it hits the dome, and then chocolate sauce is all over my mouth. Whipped cream on my mustache. Not a pretty look. Probably another reason why I don't show my face on camera. It's always covered with nasty whipped cream. I also could have got a boba. Oh, oh, oh. Woo. This place smells great. Japanese barbecue. I love a shake. I hope they put a napkin in this bag. This old-fashioned donut does not feel very fresh. This is perfect, actually. Almost flavorless, slightly sweet. No napkin. I'm gonna have to continually wipe my mouth off on my wrist. This one doesn't taste like it was made this morning, but it's not. It felt staler than it is. It just sucks because despite my eating all kinds of highly caloric and fried stuff on this chat, on this stream, I like to eat pretty healthy, and when I go out of my way to eat something fast food or gross, it's really terrible when it's just not good. The Dunkin' Donuts is fine. I'm probably not going to eat the whole donut anyway. I remember when the donuts were like 50 cents though, and Garbo was a star. The restaurants are busy down here. Brave Bull, I'm terrible at returning stuff. Probably from working in stores. Like, I have a tremendous amount of guilt. I gotta return something. I go in there with a full fucking, oops, sorry about that. Full story in my head. Beep. Full story in my head. And nothing has ever happened when I've returned anything. I don't know why it's such a problem. I have brain freeze. Whew. It's terrible, BD, because then, especially with clothes, like I buy clothes and they don't end up like working, or t-shirts too big, and then I just fold it and put it away. And I end up with too many t-shirts. We have so many t-shirts. And I wear the same 5 every week. I guess I'm just a product of a disposable American consumer style. All right. So my train station's right over there. I am going to walk up one more block, check out what's happening at the mall, and then I'm gonna probably sign off. I do want to take a sec to say, again, thanks members, thanks subscribers. New stuff, yeah dog, new stuff on Tuesday for members. Also, just new videos, but also our live stream. Korean snacks, gotta rebuy some. Thank you so much. I am going to tell you how many steps before I go, because my watch didn't count them, but my phone did. 679 steps to be exact. Really felt like 15,000 steps. It's all those stairs. Anyway, hopefully I just dropped my shake. I just went to, sorry, every time I change the screen, I guess it shuts off. I went to look at how many steps I've taken. It's 10.5, a little over that so far today. I hope it just, 10 like 6 something. I hope it just thanked everybody, all of the members. I also want to just mention, thanks you 1-monthers that have resubscribed. I really appreciate you resubscribing. We're gonna have a lot of fun this summer and this week and this weekend. Have an awesome Sunday. I'm about to hop onto the train. I gotta figure out what we're doing for dinner, especially now that I've ruined mine by eating a donut and a giant shake. It is a very fancy Taco Bell. Serves liquor. Anyway, have an awesome Sunday. Happy Mother's Day, mothers. And I'll see you on Tuesday, members. I'll see you on Wednesday. I'm going to put up a poll for the members of where we decide to go on Wednesday. Thursday, we go to the fair. Friday, I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. I don't know if I can prepare a hair metal walk in 5 days, but I could look into that. Otherwise, we could just do a really awesome mystery walk somewhere. But take care, everybody. Thank you so much. Cecilia, thank you so much. BD, lovely to see you. Lovely to see you all. Have an awesome, good night, Simply Sonora. Have an awesome night. Thank you so much. We'll hope to see you soon. Good night. Let me put up my faulty walking in LA. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, something's happening down the street. Time to go. Have a great night. Bye.